Hey guys, just working on the latest project. Now that we're pretty much done the main hiking season with these traditional snowshoes, it's time to relace them or redo them. These are my original snowshoes I got when I was a teen, and I really never took care of these things. So after 25 years or so, the babiche, the rawhide lacing is starting to go, and we can see that it's starting to get a little bit faded. It's starting to crack, and especially the last few times we were out, it is starting to crack in a few places. So as I was doing some research for this project, there were a couple things that was kind of interesting. Is that there wasn't really a lot of instructions how to do this online. However, the one place that everybody seemed to be consistent on is what book to get. And we got here the Building Snowshoes and Snowshoe Furniture by Gilpatrick, and he's from Maine, and it looks like everybody's using his book for directions. So reading from the book here, they call this a Mainer or a Michigan. I've known this. This is the only type of snowshoe I've ever known here. So, but there are different types. You got the bear paw, the Ovidua, and the modified bear paw. But all of them are pretty much the same. You just need to do one pattern for most of the shoe. So the wood frame has held up pretty good actually. So we just need to give this a little bit of sanding and clean it up a little bit, and then we can start with the other part of the project. So let's go over the parts list and show you what we need for the first step. Our main part of our snowshoe will be 400-pound monofilament nylon. You can get this at any Big C fishing store. We also have, for this, we have some 3/32 aluminum sleeves because we can't really do any mending or welding with the nylon, so we're going to have to use that. We have our multi-tool because we have the saw tool and also the pliers for the aluminum sleeve. Might have to use another pair of pliers if we can't clamp this down. We also got some spar varnish. This is for boats, and this is what they kind of recommend in a few spots. Just our sandpaper here for the project, and of course our book, which we'll be following very closely, studying the weaving part of it. So what we're going to do with our saw tool and our multi-tool is just to start sawing off the rawhide here. It's very brittle, it will snap right off, so we don't want to hurt too much of the wood frame here. Once that's done, we're going to apply a little bit of sandpaper to the frame and just sand off the existing varnish that's on here. Once that's done, we're going to apply a little bit of the spar varnish, and once that is dried out and looks pretty good, we're going to take our 2mm utility rope and we're just going to web the toe in here, and then we'll actually start with our lacing, which will be the next part of this video. So anyway, put down in your comments if you ever done this type of project before, any tips or tricks. But I'm just going to be following the book, and we'll see you guys next time. Actually using this every day. This was my everyday shoe and hiking shoe up to maybe 10 kilometers. One of the first things is the tread pattern. At first I didn't think this was going to be a very good tread pattern, but it ended up being